guard, so you might have seen a little bit of silence starting में. Okay, so how are you all? Good evening. How was your weekend? I see it's a Monday. It might be a slow, weekday. The first thing. Okay. फटाफट चैट में बता दो एंड अ लिटिल बिट तुम लोग ये भी बताओ आजकल और परसों ही होगा ना बस. ओके 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 एक बार कंफर्म कर दो चैट में इफ आई एम ऑडिबल और नॉट. एनीवन एल्स हियर. आवाज आ रही है ना? आवाज आ रही है. यू आर म्यूट. गुड इवनिंग sir. Advanced Excel course का certificate. Okay, so first of all, just a quick thing. बस chat में बता दो कि how many of you are attending for the first time and how many have actually attended sessions, have seen me before on sessions online live ऐसा. And then we'll move on with some things. First of all, we'll go with attendance. Okay, now you all know you need to mark up your attendance, right? First time for me. Okay, me first time. Okay, so for the first timers, good evening. My name is Tanish Jagwani, and people, I'm just here to interact with you guys a little to help you explain the process of attendance and uh, your certificates. So we've basically started a new thing. These people who are asking certificate कब तक मिलेगा is actually because these sessions जो हो रहे हैं, your certificates now go through a process of review from our experts, and once that has happened, then you get a certificate on your email. So I'll explain that. I'll get to everything. Just give me few minutes to explain your attendance and assignments वाला part. I'll be sharing my screen. तो फटाफट chat में बोल दो if you can see my screen. If my screen is visible to you guys. Okay. Share screen. Entire screen. Okay. Okay. दिख रहा है. So is my screen visible? First time. Okay, so for first timers, this is basically a 3-day boot camp. It will go for 1.5 hours, so 6:30 to 8 every day. You will be getting an assignment at the end of each day, जो आपको complete करना है. Now my screen might be visible to you guys. Okay, the wrong side. I was actually looking at the chat. So this is your YouTube page. यहाँ पे you will be coming here on your description. You can see multiple links over here. So for the students who have joined in on our WhatsApp groups, everyone are aware of WhatsApp groups, right? So click on this link, you will get into our community, and I'll also have some mods with me जो link डालते रहेंगे chats में to keep out your vision for the chats. यहाँ पे you see your WhatsApp का link है, and this is this one doc which is very important for you guys. Now click on this link. So for now I'll let that load. Okay, so that one doc is one thing which is important for you, and the next link is this thing. So your one doc is over here. Now let's go piece by piece, step by step for your attendance, for your assignment submission, right? So this is your all-in-one doc. As you can see, यहाँ पे you can find out each and every link. यहाँ पे is your document link for obviously this document. Why did I click on it? Okay, so your day 1 का YouTube link, day 2 का YouTube link, day 3 का YouTube link. So you have found all your YouTube links over here, right? इतना clear है सबको? Then the next thing is your enrollment and attendance link. This is your attendance link. You have to click on this and apply for your attendance. That is one thing. What tab was I on? हाँ, यहाँ पे. ठीक है, यहाँ पे you have your notes. Now this is notes for each and every day for your 3-day Mongo session. Day 1 यहाँ पे you'll be doing these things, day 2 these things, and day 3 you'll be covering these things. Now इतना सबको clear हो गया? Chat में डाल दो फटाफट. So my chat is here. Okay, caption. Okay, no problem. So okay, your attendance is यहाँ पे. As you can see, I've already logged in यहाँ पे. So I've logged into my account. This is my website for LetsUpgrade, and you can see this is the MongoDB Bootcamp. यहाँ पे enroll now. So I've enrolled for this program. Okay, continue learning. Now, since I've enrolled, it will show here 0% completed. Why? Because I haven't applied for my attendance yet. If you scroll down yahan se, you can see your day 1 is over here and mark attendance. So 10, what more uh, could be more time pass in the beginning. So this is my review, but obviously not, but good session. Okay, इतना हुआ mark attendance. But this generally you have to do after your session is over. So this is the first part. Okay, इतना समझा सबको? Any doubts chats में डालो. किसी को कुछ भी समझा attendance के लिए? Okay, so I'll take 2 minutes. यहाँ पे chats है, ठीक है? Got it. Okay, Excel Bootcamp not received. Guys, Excel का 2 मिनट वेट करो. Let me go through this process and then I'll explain you why Excel का सर्टिफिकेट अभी तक नहीं मिला. ठीक है? Okay. StreamYard Studio. Let me share my screen once again. Share screen. Window. Window. Still not. Okay, entire screen only I'll do. Okay, so my screen is visible. Screen visible हुआ सबको? So you know this is your screen, ठीक है? This is your entire screen that you're looking at your YouTube right now. You scroll down, you go to the description, your all-in-one document, and your attendance, assignment submission का link, ठीक है? All-in-one यहाँ पे everything links यहाँ पे है. This is your attendance wala process, ठीक है? Guys who want the session started, please wait for 2 minutes. This is a very important process I'm explaining. I'll start the session in 2 minutes, okay? I'll hand it over to ma'am in 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes to explain all this. Okay, let's go this. Okay, this is your assignment submission. Your name, Tanishk Jagwani. Oh. So my mobile number 85917. ठीक है? Now this is the code, something or something. बस इतना ही है. You will be given the assignment by the end of today's session, so please wait until then. आपका फॉर्म, your assignment submission यहाँ तक है. Okay, इतना clear है सबको? Attendance, your all-in-one doc, your assignments, इतना clear है सबको? Okay, ठीक है. Can you speak in English? Excel advanced video is unavailable. Okay, so this much is there. Now why Excel and Python certificates you haven't received is because right now I've gotten your results from our experts. Okay, so I got it today, and most probably by tomorrow I'll roll out the certificates. You'll get it on our email from my email ID only, my personal email ID only. You'll get. Okay, so that is one thing. And for the part that you have all been waiting for, session के end में please stay behind. There is a Kahoot जहाँ पे the winner is gonna get 500 rupees का coupon. Now I've already distributed 4 coupons of last week. अभी recently ही मैंने किया. So if there are any any one of the 4 that are present, you can confirm in the chat. 500 rupees का coupon मिलता है. Every like whoever the winner is, they get it. Okay, so for any more doubts, wait until the last of the session. I'll be back, and then I'll again share with you guys the entire process, and then we'll do the Kahoot also by the end of the session. So please stay until then, and that's it from my side. Any questions, for assignment related or attendance related, please. What do we say? Please wait and do not ask, ma'am. Okay, ठीक है. Done. That's it from my side. So I'm done. I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll hand over to ma'am. Okay. Great meeting you guys. मेरा लोड हो रहा है. Okay, okay, done.
Hey, hello everyone. Can you hear me? How are you doing? So today we are going to talk about something which is very interesting, that is MongoDB, a NoSQL database. So are you guys ready? Are you guys excited? Can I get some thumbs ups? Great, great, great. Okay, so let's start talking about MongoDB, how we are going to work with the same. We will do some like 3 days bootcamp. So basically, we are going to talk about something which is very different. And step by step, we are going to implement some few things. And at last, we are going to implement one project as well, like a mini project. So let's start. I just hold. Let me share my screen. Just a second, guys. I just need to select some certain things. Just give me a second. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, just give me a quick confirmation that my screen is visible to you. Perfect. Okay, okay. So basically what we are going to do today, I'm just giving you a quick diary for the same. We will talk about, let's say, day one. We are going to talk about introduction to databases. Then we will little bit talk about SQL versus NoSQL. And then we will start with MongoDB setup, installation, and then how to work with same. Okay, so these are the topics that we are going to talk about. So are you guys ready, everyone? Perfect. Okay, okay. So let's start discussing about the databases. Actually, just a second. I'm just trying to refresh because I can't see your latest messages. Yeah, perfect. Okay, now I can see that. Okay, so basically, guys, we are going to talk about a database. So, do you have any idea about the database, guys? Have you ever worked with the database? Whenever you want to work with the little bit storage, like you want to store a limited amount of data, then usually you think, let's create a text file and store it. After that, maybe sometimes you will think about, okay, I want to store a data, I can go with the Excel sheet. Okay, so we can store the data in the Excel sheet as well. Sometimes when you are working with some kind of applications where you want to follow the structured data, like I want to store the structuring of my data properly, like step by step structures, tables, making the relationship between them. So at that time, we can go with the NoSQL SQL databases. And in some cases, it's required, like I want to store data which is huge. I want to store a data which is like I can say that big data. So at that time, we required something where you can store the data without following any kind of structure. No schema that you need to follow, nothing you need to follow, but still you can store the data and you can work with that huge amount of data. That is basically called NoSQL. Okay. So, yes, simply when you say you want to work with the data, we have different types of databases that we have. So, when you say SQL data, you must have seen that. Like when I am saying I want to, let's say, I'm just trying to draw here so you can understand. Not here. Let me. You have used a Firebase. That's very nice. Perfect. Fire Studio too. Nice. That's nice. Okay, so guys, yeah, I will come to your doubt, Vardhan, after some time. Yeah, yeah, I'm coming to that only, SQL versus NoSQL. Okay, so let's talk about that. Then you say SQL data. SQL data is basically saying it's structured. Now, structured means, let's say I want to store the data for the student. Now, for storing the data for the student, I'm just trying to fix the things. Like, okay, I want to store student's ID. I want to store student's name. I want to store student's email ID. I want to store student's password. And by after doing this all things, I'm also deciding, okay, what kind of data you can store here. Here, I want to store number. Here, I want to store text. Text means like you can say that it's a string. Okay, here I can say that again this is text. Here I can say that this is text. I can also fix, okay, the name can be not max value than 20 characters long. Email can be, let's say, 50 characters long. Password can be, let's say, 50 characters long. Like that, you can try to make some rules. You are making structured things. Okay, so this kind of things you have to decide, like, okay, my schema ID must be number. In the number also it must be whole number, not point. Like I don't want to store fractional values 2.5, 2.6. I want to store fixed number like a whole number, like 1 2 3 4 5 6, like that. So I'm deciding like, okay, its data type is integer, like this kind of things I want to fix. So that is something which we can say that it's a SQL. And where you will store these values? So you will store these values in a form of a table. Like it's a table structure. Like, okay, I can store ID, then let's say name, then let's say email, then let's say password. So these are going to become my columns, and below whatever you will store, that is called rows. In the technical language, I can say that this is tuple and this is called records. Records means rows, tuples means columns. So this is basically SQL, okay, structured query language. And if you want to work with this, you have to use some query language. Do you know anybody is aware with SQL? Structured query language. You have to write the queries. Like if I want to get the data from the table, I have to write like this. Select star from table name student. There is a echo, but I was not connected in that kind of system or anywhere. Yes. Very good. Okay. So that is something. Yeah. So these are the databases. SQL is the language. This is not any database, guys. SQL is the language that is called structured query language. And when you talk about the databases that we have, so if you guys are aware, somebody said Oracle. Do you know any other database except this? Oracle database. Do you know any other database except this? Yeah, MySQL. Very good. Any other? PostgreSQL. Anyone is aware with PostgreSQL? Apache Tomcat is not a database. It's a server. SQLite. Yes. PostgreSQL. Cassandra is a NoSQL database. It's not a SQL database. Cassandra is NoSQL database. When we are talking about the SQL databases, this will come. Microsoft SQL Server. MS Access. Just like a Excel, Microsoft will also provide MS Access. Sorry, Access. Yes. So these all are which kind of databases? SQL databases. But here you have to write complex queries. You have to do multiple table creations. Like you can create table 1, table 2, and you can make relationship between those tables. If you guys are aware with the relationship, one to one to many, many to many. Like one user can have one passport. So it's a one to one relationship. Okay. One person can purchase many products. So it's a one to many relationship. Many students can buy many courses. So it's a many to many relationship. So this kind of things that we have to do inside the SQL databases, which is RDBMS, that is called relational database system. Why it is called relational database system? Because there is a relation between the tables. Are you getting? Yes. So these are GraphQL is not considered as a RDBMS. It's a network like graph based database. It's a different. Okay. And here to work with that, you have to understand different statements like select statement, insert statement, update statement, delete statement. You need to do CRUD operations. Then you can do the transactions like commit transactions, rollback transactions. It's a very huge topic. Okay. But when you comes with the huge amount of data to work with that, at that time we can go with which is NoSQL database. I don't want to write those complex queries. I don't want to create any kind of schema, like no rules and regulations for storing the data. If you want to store the data, store that data. If you want to skip that data, skip that data. Like that kind of relationships and all those things, I don't want to make. Okay, so to do that, we can go with the NoSQL databases. NoSQL means you are not going to write any kind of complex structured queries to access the data from the database. So that is something which is called NoSQL database. Okay, is this clear? Let's say, um, like when you say, like I want to store the data, and it's a kind of, I will just give you one example. Let's say notebook, and in the notebook I want to keep the different types of sticky notes. I want to keep all the types of sticky notes, means I want to make it flexible. Okay, each page can have different types of data, different fields. Like, okay, one field will have marks, but another field will not add any kind of marks. So that kind of things, if I want to store, I can go with the NoSQL database. Okay, so everybody is clear with the concept of NoSQL? Schema free. Yes, very good. You can say that it's a schema free. Yes, perfect. Can I export the data from? Yes, you can export. You can export the data from the NoSQL database. You can. Possible. Perfect. Okay, schema is something like, I can say that some rules and regulations which you have to follow, like a structure to create the data, to create the table. Like ID is integer, ID's size can be this much, name is having text format only, and in the text format the size is 20 characters long only, email can be 50 characters long only, not more than that. You are giving some constraints, some rules and regulations to store the data. That is called schema. Okay, we can we can create schema inside the MongoDB as well, but at that time when you want to store the non-required data as well, you can store it inside the same. So those kind of stuff you can manage when you are working with the NoSQL databases. Many things, see, when you say NoSQL, that means not comes only with the MongoDB. These are basically called different types of data where you can store the data in the form of document. If you are storing the data in the form of document, then you can use either MongoDB, CouchDB. Then when somebody said, okay, we can go with the graph storage. Yes. Okay. Have you ever heard Neo4j? Neo4j. Neo4j, guys. Yes. So that is also. Then column-based database. Column-based database. In the column-based database, Cassandra comes into the picture. Cassandra. Okay, then like these are the different types of databases that we have. CouchDB is similar kind of MongoDB type of database that we have. So we have, it's not like in the NoSQL we have only MongoDB. When you try to store the values in the key value pair, only key value pair, which is used by the Google as well. Memcache. So this is also one database. Are you getting? This is also one database. Yeah, GraphQL. It is also graph based. GraphQL. Right. So it's not like in the NoSQL we have only MongoDB. In the NoSQL we have different types of databases that we have. From that we are going to talk about MongoDB today. Okay, I'm going to tell you the assignment at the end of the session. Like before ending the class, I'm going to give you that. I'm also going to push it on the GitHub. So team will share that GitHub link to you here in the chat, and you can go ahead with that. Okay, it's a database. CouchDB is a database. DynamoDB, yes, that is also NoSQL database. DynamoDB is a NoSQL database of AWS. Very good. Yeah, cap theorem, like these are the theorems that you have to follow, like for the SQL database, how you are following acid properties, atomicity, consistency, and like stable data, isolation, and durability of the data, like how we are following acid properties for SQL. Similar to that, for like NoSQL databases, we are following the cap theorem, right? Yes. So, yes, Cassandra and MongoDB are the different. MongoDB is a document-based database and Cassandra is a column-based database. MongoDB is different and Cassandra is different. Got it? Yes. That's very great. Yes. So these type of different databases that we have, from that, we guys are going to talk about MongoDB. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about this. I'm just going to make some notes here so you can just go ahead with the same. So let's say SQL versus NoSQL. So when you say SQL is basically called relational data, just like as we discussed, it's an Excel sheet. Okay, here some things are very fixed, so I can say that fixed columns and strict structure that you have to follow. Perfect. we are not going to talk about Cassandra, Rahul right now. So this kind of things we can discuss at the end. I hope you can understand. Okay, let's say SQL versus NoSQL. I'm just creating a README file, so that is very easy to access in GitHub. Okay, so SQL versus NoSQL. Let me quickly mention some certain things here for you. Okay, so this is a kind of, I can say that MongoDB. Okay, just like I mentioned, just like a notebook with sticky notes. Okay, here it's something like, I can say that, which is very flexible. Each page can have different data. So like it is used for big data. Okay, when you want to work with the big data, we can go with the MongoDB. Now, how it looks like when you store the data will looks like how? Okay, so if I'll show you how the data looks, you just understand. This data which we are going to store, that is in the JSON format. Are you guys aware with JSON? What is JSON? JSON format? It is basically called JavaScript object notation, where you are storing the data in the form of a like object. In each object, you can store like key, value, comma, key, value, comma, key, and value. So key and value is separated by colon symbol, and one pair individually separated by comma, and the object is indicated with the flower bracket or curly bracket. Okay, so this is something which we can say that JSON object that you can store. Okay, so let me try to write here. Okay, so if I'll just give the example, you can understand. JSON looks like this. Guys, I'm using these things just to make it more readable for you. When you read this, it looks like this. Okay, like the code will be in the separate code format. That's why I'm making it's a GitHub README file. Okay, so that's why I'm creating this. So if you read these notes, it makes bit easier for you. Perfect. So I hope you guys are clear with the README file of GitHub. If not, I'm just making the notes for you, but I am creating something like this, so which become more comfortable to read it. Yes. No problem. That's not a problem. Okay. So JSON looks like this. Okay. How your JSON data looks? Yes. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So your JSON data looks like this. Let's say I'm going to write name. See, key, name. Value, I'm just entering my name. Sonam Soni. Let me give age. I'm going to enter some random age because I cannot enter my age. Okay. And then let's say I want to enter some courses. Maybe I'm doing different types of courses. Let's say MongoDB, MySQL. So this is how your JSON documents looks. If you see here on the right hand side, your JSON data looks like this. This is called document. This is called a document. Are you getting? This is called a document, everyone. Perfect. Perfect. So, um, Okay, when you work with this data, okay, so you can create database, like database. In one MongoDB, you can create multiple database, like let's say students record, it's a one database. Okay, so you can create database, like let's say database is company database. Now inside the company, you are storing the data. Okay, like I want to store employee data, I want to store department data. Okay, so that is something called collection. Okay, so collection, like employee, like department, and inside that you can store their records. So that is called document. One record, consider one doc. So this is something how you need to understand. Means inside the MongoDB, we will create database. Inside the database, we will create collections. And inside the collections, we will create documents. One document means one record. It's like how, if I'm trying to compare this with my SQL, so I can just compare like this. Like if I am creating a table. So table is equal to collection. Okay, records, row 1, row 2. So I can consider row is equal to document. Are you getting? And database is equal to database only. You can say that inside the MongoDB, you can create database, you can create collections, and you can create documents. So are you clear with the words which we are using? This is called terminology of the MongoDB. This is the terminology of the MongoDB. Yes, perfect, perfect. Okay, so let's talk about some more here. Like when you say, okay, coming to this, if I'm going to make it little more interesting, I can just say that database, inside that you can store collection, and inside that you can store like collection plus document is equal to database. Like this you can understand. Okay, so coming to JSON, that is JavaScript object notation. Okay, and inside that, how you will store the values? You will store the values in the combination of key value pair. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can create these things, how you can work with the same, how to store and execute the queries. But let me explain you the things. The terminology is very important to understand. Okay, so it's a key value pairs. Okay, inside that you can store any kind of data. Means you can store string, you can store numbers, you can store arrays, you can store objects, you can store object inside object, array inside array, like nested objects, nested arrays, like any kind of data that you can store. And this data, it is very easy to read in any language. Means if you are using JavaScript, if you are using Python, if you are using Java, or if you are using any front end, React, React, if you want to read it in the React, yes, possible. If you want to read it in the Angular, yes, possible. Vue.js, possible. Mac OS application, like if you are developing the application of Mac, possible. If you are developing a Mac application of Android, possible. This data is very comfortable. You can read it with anything. Is this clear, everybody? Perfect. Yes, you can connect this data with the website with the help of the backend. Backend can be Java backend, backend can be Python backend, it can be Node Express backend, any kind of backend that you can, even normal backend if you are using, you can. If you have seen, guys, are you aware with the concept of API? API, Application Program Interface. API. API always provides you the data in the form of JSON. If you have seen some fake APIs, then you must have seen. Let me give you one example so you can understand. Like if I go with the fake API, there is a fake API called JSON placeholder. So like this is the fake API and these are some links. So if I'm going to access this, can you see this data? I'm just trying to make a bit zoom. So can you see this is the JSON object? This is the object. User ID, key, value. Title is a key. This is the value. Body is a key. This is the value. So this is called JSON. So if you want to copy some set of JSON data to insert in your application, you can use the data like this. Okay, so this is how, guys, you can work with the JSON data. Now let's understand how we can set up MongoDB. Okay, so to set up a MongoDB, you need to download the MongoDB community server. Okay, so you can just go to the Google, search for MongoDB, MongoDB download, search for the same. And can you see this is showing me the option MongoDB community server download. Go with that. Okay, you will get this screen. On this screen, if you scroll down, you can just click on select package. Okay, scroll down on this link. I'm just adding this link for your reference. Like from this link, you can download it. Okay, so how I will mention, like now the next step is download and set up MongoDB server. Okay, if you don't want to use this MongoDB server, you can use the live database, that is MongoDB Atlas. So that is something also you can do. Okay. Yes, through the API you can fetch that data. You are perfectly right. Random. I think I'm not sure what is your name. It's showing your random fetch. Yeah, so let me include this link. Like, okay, from this link you can download from here. Okay, so you when I will share this link, you can just click on this link. You will be redirected to this place. After that, you can bit scroll down and you need to click on select package. Okay, so what you do, guys, go with the select package. Okay, after clicking on this, you can see some certain options. So like see, current version is 8.2.1. If you want to use any old versions like 0.15, 7.0.25, any one of this you can choose, but you go ahead with the current version. There is no problem with that as well. You can choose your platform. So if you are using Windows, go with Windows, Amazon Linux, Debian, like Linux related. If you are using any one of this, you can select Ubuntu, then Ubuntu, like that you choose, and you can download the package accordingly. Like, okay, you need zip file or you need the MSI. So for Windows, you can go with the MSI. Okay, and then you need to click on download. And when you click on download, you will be able to get the MongoDB setup downloaded to your system. Okay, so once you get this, so I'll just mention here, select the package, then select version. You can go ahead with the current, then you can select OS, and then you can select like zip or MSI. Zip means you need to open that and from that you can directly run it. MSI means you can install it by just double clicking on that. Okay, so you can select MSI only. Yeah, you can run as a network service, but in I will show you that as well later on, how we are able to manage the time. But right now we are more talking about not accessing the UI, but we are more talking about how you can do the command execution with the help of this. So right now we are talking about that, and later on I will show you how you can access from the UI as well. Yeah, there are some few options from where you can set up the MongoDB, and you can run some certain command like online options also we have. So if you want, you can search for MongoDB online practice and you will get some options. So from there also you can run some certain things. Yeah, it's possible. You can do it. I have used that. If you want, I can show you MongoDB online practice. Just search on this MongoDB online practice. Okay, and yeah, this is, I think, one compiler is the nice. I have used that. Yeah, this is very nice because you can see I have used this earlier as well. So you can directly start. See, use inventory is the database name, insert many, which is trying to insert the record, and find, which is trying to find. And here you can start executing the query and you can see the output. If you want to save your queries, you can go ahead with the login. But if you don't want, this is the link where you can do the online practice without doing any kind of setup. Yeah, yeah, if you don't want to install, you can proceed with that. Yeah, you can install Mongo shell, but there is one tool which we are going to install, that is the Compass, and from the Compass we can access the shell as well. That is one option that we have. If you don't want to install, I will recommend you this tool. This is very nice tool. With the help of that, you can do the practice. All good? Yeah, if you already have installed, I will show you how you can manage that. Okay, so here you can just double click on .msi file, continue with basic steps, and just say next and install. Like, you guys are not supposed to make any configuration change, just do next, 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 and finish. Okay, okay, because I have already installed, it is bit difficult. I will just tell you, because there is no need to do any kind of configuration. When you say I want to install that, just click on that, do next, 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 and finish. Okay, you are not going to do any kind of changes in that. Go with the default installation steps. Go with default installation steps. I think that you can do. Okay, Jagdish? You go with the local domain. Go with the local domain. Don't go with the network. Yes. Okay. And then once this installation done successfully, it will, once this installation completed successfully, once this installation completed successfully, it will ask you to install MongoDB Compass. I will tell you. For that, you can download the zip or the binary option. MongoDB Compass. In the Mac OS, there is a direct option. You can go with the brew, na? In the Mac, there is a command mentioned here for the Mac. Can you go with this? This is the Mac homebrew. Go with this. And if you want to download from here, search for Mac OS. Okay, download this star file, tgz file. Okay, perfect. So you need to download the tar file for the same. Better I will suggest you go with the homebrew. Okay, and homebrew will help you to do the installation with a very easy way. That is the easy way to do the brew command. You have to say, and I can write here the command if you want to just do with the homebrew. Which you are using Windows. But if you are downloading the zip, how you can double click on that? You have to download the MSI file. For the Windows, make sure you download the MSI. MSI where you can do double click. On the zip file, you can't double click. If you are doing the zip download, then you can just start by opening that folder. There is an option to run the MongoD command. Run that and your MongoD will start. Okay, and after that you can go ahead with the Mongo shell. Yes, you can use Atlas as well. There are multiple ways. Somebody asked me for the MongoDB. So let me just mention, you need to install the Compass after this as well. Okay, so for just for the Mac users, I will suggest you to just run the command in your terminal. And the terminal command is brew install MongoDB community. Okay, and then give the version. Like let's say you want to download 8.2.0 or the old version 7.0, something like that. So this is how you can download, and to start it you can just use the command brew service start MongoDB community at 7.0. Like this you need to do, and you can see MongoDB started successfully. So these are the different options that we have. If you are using zip file, then still I am saying you can extract it and you can use it. Ubuntu is very easy. Sudo apt get install MongoDB and you will get. Okay. Everyone, is this clear? Perfect. Perfect. So this is how you can set up some certain things while working with the MongoDB. Okay. Any questions? Not working. What is not working? What's the problem? What is not working? If you are getting the password incorrect, that means you are not entering something password kind of thing which is correctly. Password incorrect, that may be your system password you have to enter. Because for installing the MongoDB, it is not asking to set up any kind of password. Okay, so maybe you have to enter your system password correctly. Very good. Installation is done. Username and password is incorrect. But for MongoDB installation, it's not required to set up any username and password. Okay, somebody is saying for the Ubuntu, if you are not able to manage that, I can show you from here. MongoDB install in Ubuntu. Go with the official documentation of MongoDB. I will show you. Installing the MongoDB Community Edition on Ubuntu. This is the documentation that you can follow. Okay. And what you can do is, see, these are the command. Import the public key, command 1. This is the command 2. This is the command 3. This is the command 4. And this is the command 5. And this is going to install the MongoDB. I think I can send this link. I can ask team to share it to you. So it's a live link. I think you can copy it from the chat. Like the team will share it with you. Even I am adding it in your documentation as well. So this is the simple documentation that you can follow. So install in Ubuntu. Is this clear, everybody? For the Ubuntu user, I think this is much better option which I have shown to you. Okay, go with this link for Ubuntu installation. Very good. Manubhav is able to install. That means the steps which I have mentioned, it's perfectly right. So if others are facing the problem, maybe you are doing some mistake to follow the steps. Perfect. Good to go. Okay, so very good. I'm able to see many are saying they are able to install the MongoDB. When you guys are installing the MongoDB, are you do you guys able to get the option to install the Compass as well? Perfect. So when it is getting installed on your desktop, no need to restart. No need to restart. Okay, in your desktop, can you see this kind of MongoDB Compass icon is coming? Okay, MongoDB community is the local database where you can do the local practice as well. Atlas is something which is online, where everything is up and live. Okay, you can create one cluster as a free, where you can create multiple databases and where you can create multiple collections under those databases. But first cluster is only free with the limited set of data. After that, if you want to create another cluster, and this cluster which is free one, it's a shared cluster. And if you want to go ahead with some more advanced features, then you have to purchase the cluster. Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. If the installation is taking time, then go ahead with the installation. And once it is installed successfully, you can go ahead with the practice part. Okay, so that is something we are done. We are able to do the installation successfully. And I got the responses from many that like everything is ready. Thanks, Siddharth, for your update. So you are on track. So now let's understand. Let's say if you are very new, you don't know anything, you can click on plus icon. And when you click on plus icon, it will ask you to give the connection URL. Okay, like MongoDB colon slash slash. This is the default connection URL that you can give. Okay, if you want to give the name of this connection, like every time, no need to type it. You want to use this value every time, like default settings I want to do. So I can just make this like, okay, this is the Sonam Soni's collection. And if you want to give some color, like these are some colors, like you can figure out which is this. This is just for our A's. Okay, so I'm just giving. Okay, and after this you can just click on save and it will help you to connect with the database. This is the default connectivity. Okay, so I'm just trying to take this screenshot and I'm adding this in your notes. Okay, so what you can do is images. Under that I'm just adding for you, let's say connect. So basically this is the process, like okay, db connect. So for doing the connectivity, you can use this screenshot. So this kind of output you can see, and that will help you to connect with the database. And once you are connect, very good, Mayank. Thanks for the confirmation. Uh, yeah, this is the local setting. Whatever I am doing right now, this is the local setting. Shashavali, this is the local settings. Internet is lagging, is it? Let me check. But the speed is good? I don't think so. Still, if you are facing the problem, I'll just try to stop my screen and I'll try to reshare it again. So maybe, okay. Just give me the quick confirmation once you can see the screen. Because here I can't see any lag. I'm also loading in my YouTube, in my phone, my system, everywhere. All good? Can I get the update? Account domain. Where? When you click on plus, where is the account domain? You no need to do anything in the account domain. Okay, thanks, Jitendra. Yeah, here you need to set this. Okay, as I said, give this. Okay, select some color as per your choice and then click on save and connect. Means every time when I want to connect with my database, okay, my compass is ready to update. Just a second, I'm just updating it. because it is old, like previously it is showing some older version. So see, I'm connected with my database, and these are some set of databases which are available inside this. Okay, so see, admin, config, and local is coming by default, whereas other databases, which is something which you can create. Okay, so if you want to connect with this particular database, you can click on this and you can see the existing data. But if you want to directly start executing the queries, can you see there is a button coming here, open MongoDB shell, and this is something which is providing the MongoDB shell where you can start running your queries. Yeah, that is asking to update the MongoDB Compass, because by default it is downloading some older version. So you can upgrade it later, but you can continue with the one which you are able to. It's just a tool to connect with the MongoDB database. Compass is just a tool. We have many tools available, but Compass is something which is more easy to use. So that's why we are using Compass tool. Okay. In the URL, I have already shown you what to add. The one which is coming by default, go ahead with that. Anmol. MongoDB :/ local DB :27017 is the default port of MongoDB. Okay, so when you connect with that, yes. So you will, and after that, what I shown you, you need to click on MongoDB shell button. So once it is connected, you can select any DB, and on the top of that, check for access MongoDB shell. Click on that and you can access shell like this. You guys are able to access the shell. Which account domain you are asking, Prem? I'm not getting your question. While doing the installation? Okay, so you will get this kind of screen. Okay, so your shell will be looks like this. Everybody is able to access. Yes, I'm creating. Okay, so once this is done, now let's understand how to create database. Okay, so guys, I want to create a very simple database, like just give the use and write the name of the database. Like let's say I want to create the database for company, or maybe I can say that, let's say some company's name I can use. Let's say Let's Upgrade. Okay, so can you see when I'm saying use Let's Upgrade, so on the spot it is switched to the Let's Upgrade database. Okay, and then you can start creating the collection. Can you run this command with me, everyone? You guys are able to execute this? Yeah, I will tell you that after this. It is available on YouTube. So maybe you can follow this later, not a problem. So once this is connected, I'm going to create the database. So let's say db dot. Can you see there is an option coming? db dot create collection. And inside this, you can try to give the collection name. Let's say employee. And you will get the response like this. Okay, are you getting the response like this? That means you are able to insert, you are able to create. Okay, if the collection is created, you can just try to refresh here. Can you see the database is created and under that employee collection is also created? I just executed the queries, two queries I executed, and when you refresh it here, you can see this is the database and this is the collection. Now under this, let's say I want to insert a document, like document for employee. So let's say db dot collection name. Okay, so collection name is what? Employee. Inside this, I want to insert one. Let's say I want to insert one employee details. So when you want to insert the one employee details, you can start writing like this. Okay, and what you can do is, let me give or sometimes what happen, if you don't want to type here, you can just type in the notepad. From there you can copy, and you can try to run it here, because here sometimes making the enter can execute the query. You can just use tab and like shift and then enter, so it will run the same query, but sometimes it may become complex. So at that time you can try to run the queries like this. So let me say run queries. So I'll show you how you can run the queries. So let's say I'm just trying to type the query here. Okay, let's say I'm just saying name. Okay, let's say name Sonam Soni, separated by comma, age, some age I'm entering. Let's say department, I'm entering the department, let's say IT. Okay, let's say what is my designation. Okay, yes, you can write. I will show you how you can write in the Compass as well. You can write. Siddharth, I will show you. Okay, let's say software engineer. Okay, what are my skills? So I'm saying my skills are, but skills, many skills I want to add. So you can give the array like this. And in the skills, you can mention like, okay, let's say my skill is JavaScript, or let's say Java, let's say Python, let's say MongoDB, let's say MySQL. This you have to write it in the double quote. Okay. So I have entered all the skills. Okay. And after that, I can try to run this. Okay. This double quote is missed. Okay, so once this is created, shift and enter you need to do. I told you na, but sometimes you will forgot to put the curly bracket open and close, and maybe it can give the errors. So shift and error you can do, but for me I am facing this as much convenient way. Yeah, like this. Yeah, so I'm just trying to copy this and paste it here. Let's paste, and then I'll try to run. So can you see I'm getting the result acknowledged, and one object is created. When you insert the record, MongoDB will provide you the unique ID. You no need to provide any kind of primary key like the SQL database. So can you see I got the unique ID? Yes. So like this, you can try to insert the records. Okay. And if you want to see that record, you can just do db.find. Find means db.employee.find. db.employee.find. When I say, can you see I am able to get, this is the unique ID of Sonam, and this is the other records which I have inserted. Yes. So these are the queries that you can execute. So I'm just entering here. So let's say create a database. So you can create the database using the query, like let's say use let's upgrade, and then run it. Then let's say create collection, and then you run this query which I have just executed. So this is the query that you can insert, and let's say insert one record. Okay, so this is the one record which you can insert, and once it is inserted, to see the inserted record, you can do db.employee.find, and you will be able to find the inserted data. Okay, similar to this, what if you want to insert many records? So I have already created a set of command. I'm just adding here, insert many records. So for inserting so many records, guys, what you need to do, if you want to insert one, what is the command? Insert one. For inserting many, the command is insert many. Okay, and I have already returned that query, so I'm just taking from that. See, insert many. Okay, then I'm saying name, age, department, designation, salary, skills. Now see, there is no salary for Sonam, but if I'm going to insert these records, it will take the salary as well. For the previous, there is no salary, but for this records I have salary. Okay, so insert many is helping me to insert many records. Let me try to run it here. I'm going to paste it, and I will end. So can you see it is creating three unique objects. Object 1, object 2, object 3, and three unique IDs generated. So when it is creating three unique IDs, means three primary keys got generated. Got it? And now if you do find command, when you run the find command, enter, and you see this is the object 1, this is the object 2, object 3, object 4. I am able to insert 4 record. But the first record doesn't have salary field. But can you see the next 3 records I am able to insert the salary field. Means there is no rules and regulations. You can insert as per your requirement. Are you getting? So we are able to insert and we are able to retrieve. If you have any question, please let me know. So which query you need to run after this? Again, you can run find all, and to find all, you can run db.employee.find. Perfect. Okay, so I got the responses from everybody that you guys are basically able to understand how to set up MongoDB. Either it's Ubuntu or it's Mac OS or it's Windows OS or it's any other OS, you guys are able to understand how to follow the steps. Always follow the official documentation of MongoDB if you are trying to install anything. Okay, and then you can try to install those things. Okay, I have created some set of commands like how you can install the things, and based on that you can try to run this. You guys are able to set up at least one database, one collection, and under that some set of records. So these are the things that you need to do. For assignment for today, my request to you is, guys, basically here we will understand how to work with the MongoDB Compass, how to work with the database collection and insert the documents using the MongoDB Compass. Okay, so my requirement is, guys, you need to create the database SchoolDB. You have to create the collection named students. Inside that, you have to store 3 students document. Okay, in the 3 students document, give the name, that is string. In the double quote you have to give. Age will be number, so age you can give directly. You need to give uh, like city, that is string. Courses in the array, like what are the courses. Okay, let's say maths, physics if you are entering, or if you are entering any other courses. Marks, in the marks you have to store in the, again, object inside the object. So I have given one sample example as well, like name, age, city, courses, and mark should be looks like this. So this is some one example I have provided. Okay, now you try to insert some extra thing, like let's say for Sonam there is no hobby, but let's say I want to store for Nitya, so Nitya is having some hobby. I want to store for Sweta, and Sweta is having some hobbies. Okay, no, it is not case sensitive. While writing this like db.employee, like that, it is not case sensitive. But when you are writing the key value pair, it is case sensitive. So make sure you put all your keys in lowercase, and the values can be as per your requirement, uppercase, lowercase, as per you. Okay, so that is something which you need to execute. After that, extra value you try to insert, like hobbies or maybe email, kind of. Okay, I can just enter my name here, and you try to do it exploring in the compass, like how you can explore it from the compass. So in the compass you can close the shell, like shell you close, and after closing the shell, try to open it from the compass, and in the compass you try to edit directly. Can you see this is the edit button? So click on edit and try to change the values, like okay, what do you want to enter, some new field, or do you want to make some changes? So you can just click on this and you can try to enter, let's say email, and I'm just trying to enter, let's say sonam@gmail.com. So I'll do this and I will just click on replace. So you try to do kind of this thing, guys. Okay, so try to explore it from the here its part as well, and try to explore it from the MongoDB shell as well. So you will be able to understand this command. Yes, MongoDB, which command you want to see? Insert. So insert command is here. Yeah, many insert. So this is like your document number 1, your document 2, and multiple documents like enclosed with the square bracket. A bus. multiple documents enclosed with the square bracket. Find function is not retrieving the value. Change your check your collection name. db dot collection name dot find. And after that, put round brackets. If you forgot to put the round bracket, then also it can give the error. I have already mentioned you can use the online MongoDB directly, and that link also I have included. If anything is not comfortable for you, I will I will literally say you can just go with this. Okay, I will recommend this. If installation is not comfortable, use MongoDB online. If installation is not working. This is the live lab, and I will recommend this because I have used this, so I know this is working perfectly fine. Okay, MongoDB online. Okay, so everybody is clear with the assignment part. So whatever you are creating database, creating collections, creating the compass, take the screenshots, insert the documents, take that screenshots from the shell, from the atlas, like from this compass UI part, and then you can create the screenshot. You can generate a PDF file, and you can make the name like your particular name underscore MongoDB dot assignment one. Okay, so you can just put your name, like let's say Ajay underscore MongoDB underscore assignment one, like that. How you guys are going to submit that, you will get the updates from the Let's Upgrade part. Okay, so I hope everybody is clear with the assignment. Yeah, so everybody, whatever the things which I have discussed with you, all the lines, I'm going to push it on the GitHub. And I'm asking the team to share this link to you. Git commit. So today we completed MongoDB intro. Let's do a push. Okay, so I think it must be up. Let me check. So I'm sending this link with my team. Update an entire CRUD operation, like how to update, how to delete, how to retrieve with some particular condition. Like I want only those employee whose salary is greater than something. I want only those employees who are in the IT department. I want only those employees who are in the sales department. So those all type of high level query executions we will do tomorrow. All create, update, delete, different types of retrieval we will do tomorrow, and with the help of that, on the day 3 we will do a mini project, high level of query executions, aggregations, and all those all things I'm going to um, explain you in the next 2 days. Good to go. Perfect, perfect. So my notes will be shared by the team itself to you. So you will be able to access it from the chat, or maybe they will update it in the one document. So from that you can access all the notes, go through with all the notes, try to understand the concept. Also, you guys try to complete the assignment, which will give you more hands-on practice, and you will be able to understand how actually the MongoDB works. Do you have any question? Okay, submission for the assignment, that also you will be able to get it from the team side, because I'm not aware exactly what's the deadline for the same. But maybe this is a very basic assignment. You can complete it within half an hour, guys. What's the deal? Yes, it's completed. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for the day, guys. I hope everybody is clear. Somebody has asked me different between MySQL and MongoDB. When you are working with the bank kind of application, so at that time the secure database, and I can say that the more structured database that you can follow. So over there you have to go with the MySQL. But when you are working with a very big application like a social media kind of application where you want to handle different types of data, networking kind of data, so at that time MongoDB is the best option. Okay, because it is helping us to store all type of data, NoSQL. Okay, so this is how you can understand the difference between MySQL and MongoDB. So that's it for the day. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that session. Assignment submission and everything else. Don't worry, I'll go through the process for assignment submission, for attendance, for all of these kind of things. I'll go through it again. Uh, but abhi ke liye, what we'll do is, since you all know we started with a new ritual, we'll do the Kahoot quiz. And वो Kahoot के बाद I'll explain everything. Okay? उतना समझा सबको? Okay. मेरा screen share है? नहीं. Okay. Thank you. Guys, इतना समझा. Everyone is with me यहाँ पे. तो ओपन टेक अप योर फोन्स, वहां पे क्रोम पे टाइप करो कहूट. कहूट डालो. आई शेयर माय स्क्रीन. यू विल गेट टू सी द क्यूआर कोड. यू कैन स्कैन इट, और एल्स कहूट पे जाके वो गेम पिन डालो. जस्ट गिव मी 2 minutes. आई विल शेयर माय टैब. ओके, इज इट विजिबल टू यू ऑल? हाँ. ओके, विजिबल. ओके, सो आई हैव माय चैट यहाँ पे. तो एनी क्वेश्चंस आप लोग चैट में डाल सकते हो. आई विल सॉल्व इट थ्रू दैट ओनली. आप लोग ज्वाइन करो फटाफट. You can scan this QR code, visit kahoot.it and put in this game pin. If you want, I can just put it in the chat, I guess. Ah, okay. Yes, you can join it through chat only. Chat में डाला है मैंने. Okay. Guys, don't worry. जिनको doubts है for assignments, for attendance, and go through that process again. अभी के लिए we'll do this, and उसके बाद Kahoot is an essential part, obviously. Then उसके बाद what we'll do is we'll stay back. जिसको जिसको doubts है, I'll solve सबके doubts. Attendance, assignment, हाँ ठीक है. Most of questions I'll solve. Don't worry. You guys really need not worry about anything. I'll handle it. Okay. आ गए क्या सब लोग? कितने लोग हैं लाइव में? कितने लोग हैं अभी? Okay, so we have 200 people जो live हैं. I'll start when we are at 100, 120 people in the game. What says? Guys, chat बहुत inactive है यार. सेशन नहीं अच्छा लगा क्या तुम लोग को? लाइक्स भी नहीं है. वीडियो तो लाइक कर लो. You guys can like वीडियो ना. सेशन अच्छा लगा तो वीडियो लाइक कर लो यार. 8 ही लाइक है. व्हाट इज दिस? Okay, 100 joinees है. I'll start with the session. Everyone knows how a Kahoot runs, right? Who all are playing a Kahoot for the first time? 65 lakhs. Oh, 65 lakhs है क्या बात कर रहे हो? तो मैंने 8 पे देखा होगा. Sorry, मैं एलोपैथी. Scanner is this. Okay, ठीक है. ये रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहा, मैं स्टार्ट कर लेता हूँ. Okay, 107. Mobile full screen this. सेशन में ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हो भाई आधे बच्चे. ओके, पीयूष, सुपाल, सु, सुपाल जी, अंकित, समृद्धि, उदय. ओके, so the following best describes my tool. No data in fields, rows and columns. Any structured schemas do not allow any relationships with flexible. नहीं, वैसे क्यों लग रहा है सबका आंसर सेम है? लास्ट वाले क्वेश्चन का भी आंसर 4 ही था. ओके, लीडर बोर्ड चेंज हो गया. अनीशा इज फर्स्ट, पीयूष, अनुज, सुपाल जी एंड रॉनी. रॉनी, रॉनी स्क्रू वाला. ओके, ठीक है. हाँ, मुझे लगा सबका आंसर 4 है भाई. Which of the following is a valid JSON document? Name, Amit, age, Sandeep, name, हमको लग रहा है ये है. MongoDB stores data in which format internally? SQL tables, CSV, XML, JSON-like documents. JSON-like documents, ना? No SQL है तो maybe this. Most of the answers यही है यार. पीयूष is first, फिर अनुज था शायद. So these tools provide a GUI for MongoDB. Guys, GUI क्या होता है? कमेंट में डालो फटाफट. मैं तो क्वेश्चन नहीं देख रहा. Comments is bad, man. What is a collection in MongoDB? A group of databases, files containing JSON data, a group of related documents which include records. Group of related. Okay. Oh, सही था मैं. मानुभव कौन है भाई? Which command line or GUI tool helps you insert and view documents? Excel, SQL like Studio, MySQL Workbench, Mongo Compass. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है ये है. ये हो गया. ये. Samriddhi is first. Okay, guys, two more questions. Two more questions. Why do companies prefer MongoDB for modern apps? It stores unstructured or semi-structured data easily. It requires no server. It's about rigid schemas. It always it only works offline. Huh? It requires no servers. You're right. Okay, Samriddhi, Manubhav, Anisha, Cookie, and Nagendra Hekde. So this is the final leaderboard, and because नहीं final नहीं मतलब इसके बाद होगा. Last question, guys. Come on. When creating a student profile in MongoDB, which field type is next for listing enrolled students? Boolean क्या? Yes. Okay, guys, कौन winner है? पीयूष, अनीशा, मानुभव. भाई मानुभव कहाँ गया? Okay, congratulations. Samriddhi is the winner for this Kahoot. Samriddhi, just take up a screenshot and reach out to me either on mail. So you can send a mail to support@letsupgrade.in. I'll put it in the comments. Take the screenshot, reach out to me, support@letsupgrade.in, and you can send me this. I'll share with you the coupon. I'll do it within this week only. So yeah, guys, this was one of the rituals that we started. Kahoot करते हैं हम लोग. There's a guaranteed prize of 500 every day, at least. Because I hope आपने screenshots लिए होंगे session के, because a lot of you might know or might not know, but we have an Instagram story contest running. All you have to do is take screenshots of the session, post it on your Instagram story, and post it on Instagram story and tag Let's Upgrade, and random winner gets 500 rupees. ये भी गिव अवे कर रहा हूँ मैं. एटलीस्ट 1500 का करता हूँ मैं एवरी डे. जस्टिस फॉर मानुभव शर्मा. ओ माय गॉड, मानुभव डिड नॉट कम फर्स्ट यार. क्या जस्टिस कर सकते हो उसके? Okay. Okay, so that was it. That is one thing I'm saying. Instagram story डालो, random winners होते हैं. We do not look at likes, we do not look at followers. This is something we started last week. So I got last week के winners today. I'll start announcing इसके winners भी. रनर्स अप को भी कुछ नहीं यार. रनर्स अप को मैं खुद से दिलासा दूंगा, और कुछ नहीं है मेरे पास देने के लिए. Okay, so I'll start solving queries. First query is कि a lot of people are saying last week के certificates नहीं मिले. I'm telling you, you'll get your certificates within a week after the session is done. So your session for Python ended on Wednesday, and your session for Excel ended on Friday. So please calculate 1 week later of it, and you'll get your certificates by them. You'll get it. You'll get it by the. What was I explaining? I got distracted by the chats यार. कोई डालो chat में. What was I explaining? I was explaining certificates. Nah. So certificates you need to submit. You get 1 week. You get it on your personal email ID that you use for registration, assignment submission के time पे, and उसके basis पे you get a certificate. You'll get it from personally my email ID or submissions@letsupgrade.com. Out of these two IDs only. So please mark us out of spam, guys. Please. Okay, next question is assignment submission link. What I'll do is stop sharing. I'll share you my screen. Just let me know who all can see. So फिर I can start with explaining the process for assignment submission for attendance submission. Okay. Share screen. Tab. Okay. I'll do the entire window. Okay. So let me know. Can you see my screen? मेरा screen दिख रहा है सबको? This is my YouTube video. ये लाइव नहीं है. गो टू लाइव. उसके बिना नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा. आई गेस ये पहले के चैट से. लेट्स जस्ट अपडेट अ लिटिल. क्या लाइव पे गया आफ्टर इंस्टॉलेशन. भाई चैट्स को ये अपडेट कैसे कर रहे हैं? मुझे दिख नहीं रहा है. ठीक है छोड़ो. तो योर यू गो. दिस इज योर वीडियो. यहाँ पे आपका डिस्क्रिप्शन है. गो टू योर डिस्क्रिप्शन. यू कैन सी सबमिट योर असाइनमेंट हियर and you can see all in one documentation. Your notes are in this link. This clicking on your all in one documentation will bring you over here. यहाँ पे if you see notes यहाँ पे है. So you have your notes provided to you. You have links to all 3 sessions provided to you. इतना समझा सबको? Okay. Then your attendance link. Your attendance link यहाँ पे है. You click on this link. It will bring you over here on this website. यहाँ पे यू नीड टू कम इन. यू हैव टू मार्क इन योर अटेंडेंस. जब तक आप अटेंडेंस मार्क नहीं करोगे आपका प्रोग्रेस बार नहीं पड़ेगा. अगर आपका प्रोग्रेस बार नहीं पड़ेगा तो फिर यू विल नॉट गेट सर्टिफिकेट्स. प्लीज कीप दिस इन माइंड. योर अटेंडेंस इज कंपल्सरी एंड योर सर्टिफिकेट सबमिशन असाइनमेंट सबमिशन इज कंपल्सरी. इतना समझा? नाउ फॉर समवन जो पूछ रहा है असाइनमेंट्स कैसे सबमिट करते. कम बैक टू योर यूट्यूब. यहाँ पे अरे यार मुझे चैट्स नहीं दिख रहे. वेरी प्रॉब्लमैटिक दैट इज. ओके सो यहाँ पे असाइनमेंट्स. सबमिट योर असाइनमेंट हियर. क्लिक ऑन दिस. इट विल टेक यू टू दिस वेबसाइट. ओ मैं डिलीट कर दिया. ओ नहीं. यहाँ पे है. ठीक है. विंडोज कमांड आर. So this is your question. Your question is also mentioned यहाँ पे. This is not Python day 3. This is again a typo. I did it today as well. I'll change this name, but this is not Python. आपका MongoDB का है. This is your question. Your name. Tanishq Jagwani. Email tanishj@letsupgrade.in. Mobile number 859177534. Yes guys, this is my actual number. Copy your code. तो आपका जो code होगा ना, that you will write. You can just paste it directly over here. Do it undo and submit. Okay, इतना हुआ. Everyone understood till here. I'll stop sharing because then I cannot read the comments. Okay. Assignment code नहीं है अजय. This is the entire reason you are given a homework is because you have to do it. आप खुद बना के submit करना है. Okay, सार्थक राज is a familiar name. PDF submit कर. Assignment code नहीं समझा. अरे assignment you need to submit your assignment. Whatever code you've written वो आपको वहाँ submit करना है. Can share read me file code in assignment? Yes, you can. Yes, ma'am is about taking screenshot and submit it in a PDF. Okay, so for submitting in PDF, what I'll do is I'll just change the format, submission format, and you can submit it in PDF. Do not do it for the next hour. You can start submitting after the next hour. Please let me make the changes. Do not submit it within the next hour for PDF. Then I'll do. PDF में अगर आपको submit करने बोला तो give me some time. PDF से we'll do it. Okay, GitHub link for today readme file. There is no code. By when are we expected to submit? You have an entire week. आपको वो week में submit करना है. But I'd suggest submitting as soon as possible because as I told you, we share it with our experts. तो फिर we'll have to share it there. तो जितना जल्दी तुम करोगे उतना जल्दी तुम्हारा share हो जाएगा. Deadline for assignment हो गया. I've explained that. GitHub notes link. all of the links will be submitted, uploaded when we receive it from ma'am. All of the links will be uploaded on your Notion page, the all-in-one document. वहाँ पे होगा, तो you do not have to worry. You can, everything is uploaded on your all-in-one document. वहाँ से ही मिलेगा. If there is not there, just wait for some while. वहाँ पे upload कर देंगे as soon as we receive it from ma'am. Okay. Deadline for assignment submissions I've already explained. Ma'am was mentioning, okay, how to submit today's assignment. I told you, assignment submission process is the same for all, what do we say? All bootcamps. Uh, by when should the assignment be submitted? Explain. Okay, so if that's it for the questions, I'll end the stream over here. Uh, Anything else, you have my number, you have my email id, reach out to me, or else very simple, reach out to support at letsupgrade.in. There are 5 people who manage that email. Koi na koi to will read your email. So support at letsupgrade.in. I am sending it again. I'll keep sending it as long as you want it. Again, I am typing support at letsupgrade.in. Okay, that's it for today. Anything you want, you know who to reach out to. Thank you, sir. You are welcome. Anything, I'll end the stream over here. You reach out to me on WhatsApp. बस dialogue नहीं होगा मुझसे. Done it. कहाँ से end करते हैं? End stream.